So let's start learning by first understanding some of the key use cases for Claude. Why are we interested in learning about Claude? What are the areas where it can do a better job than other LLMs, even ChatGPT-4? So Claude is significantly better than ChatGPT-4 in several ways. First of all, it's more helpful, honest, and produces more harmless content, actively objecting to unsafe or unethical requests rather than just refusing it. So it will object it and ask relevant questions instead of just saying, no, I don't have access to this and I cannot do this for XYZ reasons. Secondly, it has a much higher context length, allowing it to provide more comprehensive and source-based answers. What it means is that the amount of text that you can write in an input prompt in ChatGPT is limited. But if you look at the same situation in Claude, here you can post up to 200,000 words even in the free model. It is better at coding tasks like debugging and providing explanations, though it can hallucinate at times. So basically Claude claims that their model is better than ChatGPT when it comes to coding tasks, especially debugging and providing explanations of the code. And we will go through this research paper shortly in the course to further understand what are these benchmarks that they're claiming here. Some of the specific use cases for Claude, if we look at that, generating text and content, while with Claude providing more natural and human-like content. One of the most common responses that I get from my students and from my own experience is that ChatGPT's content is very verbose and it looks like it's very general, vague and generated by AI. Claude does a much better job at writing text and content. For example, if you're writing a copy for your copywriting or marketing purposes. So Claude is my go-to model for all writing tasks. Summarizing long transcripts and documents quickly, where Claude outperforms GPT in real-world cases. So now again, it also links back to this point where it has a higher context length. So I can technically give it a very long podcast video from YouTube, which could be like more than an hour, that transcript, or I can even push entire books into it. And it will not only digest a much bigger prompt, but will also outperform GPT in terms of its summarization capability. Now, because Claude, they specifically built it for business use cases. OpenAI created ChatGPT to target masses, like as their consumers on a $20 product. Claude is available, the pro version is available at a much higher price, and it's specifically designed for businesses. That's why they keep talking about safety and ethics as well, and making sure that your data is within the infrastructure and protected. So that's why you will see here assisting with product management tasks like gathering market insights, refining requirements and planning. These are very business specific use cases that they excel at, and that's what they're advertising. Improving writing by refining the grammar while retaining the original tone and style. Now this is also a very crucial point, because usually what happens is if I have a written text and I want to give it to ChatGPT to improve or refine my grammar, ChatGPT will end up changing my original tone and style. Claude doesn't do that. It understands the original tone and style and fixes the grammar while maintaining the tone and style. Now, if we talk about some of the limitations of Claude, Claude is overly cautious and restrictive, refusing to engage with certain topics or prompts. So because safety first approach is what Anthropic advertises for Claude, it is very cautious and restrictive in a lot of sense versus other models. Its performance can degrade when using very long input context, requiring techniques like breaking up the input. So although it can accept like an entire book as an input prompt, but because if you provide so much text, you will see a degradation in its performance in those specific cases. So a helpful strategy is to break your prompt into multiple prompts in that scenario. There are concerns about Anthropic's approach to safety and ethics potentially hindering the progress in creativity. So this is the battle that OpenAI and Anthropic are fighting with their models, respective models, the ChatGPT model and the Anthropic and the Claude model. ChatGPT or OpenAI says that progress in creativity is the most important objective for us while making it safe to a certain level. On the other hand, Anthropic claims that we don't care about progress that much. We didn't make the LLMs generative AI go viral by launching a product like ChatGPT, although we had a similar product at that time too when OpenAI launched ChatGPT. What they're saying is that we're focused on safety and ethics, so that's what our core belief is, and we will make sure that we have the most safest models. So this hinders its progress and creativity, and you will understand this further in the course as we walk through some of the functionalities such as web search. Claude doesn't allow web search. Why? Because they believe it might not be safe to connect the LLM to the internet. So that's a quick overview of why we are studying Claude or what are the use cases of Claude. Now we'll start diving further into the use cases.